Yes.
Yay!
Hey,
Hello.
everybody.
Hey,
I'm
everybody.
in vacation mode. Ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. Have
Ooh,
at it.
ooh,
So
ooh.
that's why she's dressed up all fancy. She's on a boat. We're sitting here stateside,
Right.
just looking at
Not on a boat.
no, no fun at all. So I want to go over tonight's episode. We're going to go over how to avoid the top 15 carnivore mistakes just for your optimal health. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over news that you can use, and that is with Rhonda. If I can get my mouse to behave, we will do that. There we go. And perfect. Okay.
I'm Rhonda, Carnivore Leo, bringing you news you can use from the community. Carrie at Homestead How launched a free 30-day Return to Natural challenge in his private Facebook group. The mission of this challenge is to return to what is natural for humans for 30 days. This is a rolling 30 days, so you can make any day your day one. The goal is to adhere to a proper human diet, get natural sunlight in your eyes first thing every morning, perform daily exercise such as walking, avoid staring at screens and technology as much as possible, and intermittently fasting. Carrie stated that the number one best thing you can do to feel like an amazing proper human, besides eating proper human food, is waking up in the morning and getting natural sunlight in your eyes. Sunlight helps reset your body's circadian rhythm, which can help you sleep better at night. Sunlight is the best source of vitamin D, which helps keep bones healthy and is important for the immune system. Sunlight releases serotonin in the brain, which can improve mood and help you feel calmer and more focused. It can also help reduce symptoms of depression. The intense light of early morning sunlight can help you feel more alert and energetic throughout the day, and a little sun can be good for your skin. The sun's rays are less harsh at dawn, so there's less chance of sunburn. Getting morning sunlight is natural and is what humans have done since the beginning of time. We were outside, we were getting sunlight, and we weren't under artificial lights all the time. Carey stated natural sunlight is his biggest tip besides nutrition. If you would like to join the Return to Natural Challenge, visit Homestead How on Facebook and select the Join button. This has been news you can use from the community. Thank you for watching.
That
That's
was
so
Awesome.
real.
cool.
Now I feel like I am in the loop.
Yes. So I just heard about this on our live stream yesterday with Carrie.
Let's talk about
Um,
that live stream really quick.
yes. So they talked about that they opened up this new challenge, the return to natural. So that's what we're all doing, right?
That's
It's
it.
super exciting. So go over to Facebook and check that out. All right, G, I'm gonna let you tell it. We had a huge announcement yesterday. You go ahead and
We
tell.
did. We did. Listen, I know. Okay, so everybody, if you don't know, I'm 60 years old now. I just got to keep saying it, doggone it. I'm super excited because probably some last time I saw you guys, I was 59. And so I am actually on vacation celebrating, but we had a really good announcement going out. And I'm going to tell you now, I can't do it without the community. For everyone that we say we love what Carrie's doing, we support, but then you might not be able to donate $50 or $100 or $500 to get your name in the credits of the documentary. So Robin and I came together, and Laura, we know she would help as well, but we came together and decided to do a nationwide car wash. That's
Yes.
something everybody can do. And so it's almost there's not a whole lot you have to do as an organizer, because we're giving you uh, letters that you can use to get donations, everything for this event. You can use family members. You can use, there are kids. I'm calling them kids because I'm old, but there's some young people who need volunteer hours. They
Mhm.
need that for high school, for going to college, and these can be volunteer hours. These can be it's the youth at your church, getting them involved. If you over at the high school, we give you a list of where you can, get you some volunteers. And the goal, I want at least one person in every state. And then
Yes.
if you are in another country and want to participate, then so be it. But guess what? When I was talking about it, I even thought about, you might not be able to do a car wash, but on that day, you might be able to do a neighborhood yard sale. You might be able to do some things where you done pulled your entire community together and want to share this, and then on that day you donate what you've collected. We want to not only say with our mouths how much we care for Carrie and how much that they're doing. We want to back it up with action, because love is an action word. Okay, I'm not here to put butterflies in your stomach. What I am here to do is help get this documentary done. we this shouldn't be us waiting on him to finish. That can't be us. We have to participate. Why? Because number one, we're going to want to use the documentary. We're going to turn around and see it, and we're going to talk about it, and yeah. But how about if within here that you had something to do with the whole production, and then your name goes in the credits? It's a lot of times this might be the calling for you. This might be that thing that you really, really want, that makes a difference. But I can't do it without you guys. So we will have a link. All you have to do is click that link and just fill out the questionnaire. It's just like your name, you know, are you willing to help? That type thing. And then we will get you the necessary information that you need. Like I said, donation letters. You'll see and say, "Oh, this is much easier than what I thought." Okay, they've done all the work for me. So
Mhm.
please, please, please hang in there with us and do this. Please don't make me wash all the cars in the nation by myself.
Right.
Okay? So, yeah, we were doing that. We're
Clickable
super
link in the
excited
chat,
about
guys.
say.
I dropped a clickable link in the chat for you guys.
There you go. It is there.
Perfect.
Click it. See what it's about. Come on. We can do this. Be a part of, not just on the sideline. There you go. All right. I'm
Thank you,
done.
G. That is
Mhm.
awesome. I'm super excited about the nationwide car wash, you guys. We're looking to partner with
Yeah.
you. So it's going to be absolutely incredible. It's going to be a fantastic day. So come on, join us, and let's get this thing done. All right, Laura,
All right.
you're up.
So first thing I'm going to go to one of the carnivore diet mistakes. And I wouldn't say this is a mistake for everybody, but I do think some people this would be a mistake. And it would be jumping in too quickly. So going from standard American diet directly into carnivore. Some people were able to do that personality wise. Other people, I think they need to transition to keto, ketovore, carnivore. So that is what I would do. And the easiest way that I've worked with some people on my website is having them change up what they have for breakfast every day for a week. Same with lunches a week after that, and then dinners a week after that. So by 3 weeks in, then they kind of work their way in. Another thing that is a carnivore diet mistake is not getting in enough fat. And I'm not saying that every single day, as you guys do this longer and longer, I think you will find that there's days you require more fat and there's days that you don't require quite as much. So you can do more of your lean days. I probably wouldn't start out that way, but as you've been going, I do think you need to change it up, just like you have to do with like intermittent fasting, how many meals you eat a day. I think we have to keep our bodies guessing constantly, because if you do OMAD every day, your body just gets used to it. So that's another
I
one.
want to just chime in on
Um,
that,
yeah.
Laura, because I'm
Mhm.
doing this July challenge, And one of the things that I've incorporated is lean days, 2 lean days a week right now. And, just trying to, what I really want to do is reduce my overall consumption by
Right.
incorporating those lean days. But on my regular eating days, I'm eating the high fat
Right.
carnivore diet. But on the lean days, I'm just eating less because I'm just reducing overall. You know what I mean? I'm not
Right.
concerned about the calories on a certain day or something like that,
Right.
but I'm just trying to
Right.
eat a little bit less overall and see if that will help. So,
Yeah, yeah, I think it's a good way to do because our bodies get extremely smart. That's why we've made it, all these thousands of years, is
Yeah.
because our bodies have had to go through feast and famine, and it gets used to what we're doing. So, another important thing that I did not do well in the beginning, and I had been keto, but just switching from keto to carnivore, I did not really take care of my electrolyte balance, which is why I went down next to the bed, which I can't say too loud. He's out there and he'll be like, she did pass out. Anyway, you and me both, right, G? Yeah. So I always think that paying attention to your electrolytes, whether you make like a Soleil solution, do the extra, mineralized salts, whether you do the LMNTs, any of those things, I think there was like Keterade or something, I think that, Nisha and Mr. Berry did, I believe on their channel quite a few years back,
yes, they
that
did.
you could do. Yep. And I don't think I ever made it because did it have pickle juice? I feel
No,
like it no.
not that
Somebody
one.
had one that was pickle juice, and I was like, "Well," I was like, "No, thank you." So I just always did the other one.
Oh, is
So
it like snake juice? I think they call that snake juice, maybe.
could be, because I just was like, "Nope, not my thing." And I mean, I always liked dill pickles back in the day. When I did, keto, I did a lot of that. There's just something that just turns me completely off now. Even just going out, we cut broccoli out of the garden for him yesterday, and I literally picked it up, and it was like those little babies on Facebook where they're like, "Ugh." I was like, "Ugh." I was like, he goes, "Stop." And I said, "No, it actually makes me want to just get sick. Just the smell of it when I cut the stem." And that was before I saw if there was any broccoli worms. He'll probably eat those. Who knows? It was carbonated water, apple cider vinegar. Okay. And the new salt. See, I'm not a fan of that new salt. I don't like the chemicals in it. So anyway, so that's what I would incorporate, is make sure that you are paying attention, going slow, going in. If you have any issues, back off a little bit for a week or two, getting enough fat, maybe incorporating lean and fat days once you get kind of into this and you're used to it, and then incorporating electrolytes, I think is a good thing. What
Mm.
about you?
So I think we're gonna let G go first.
You so
Well,
funny.
her
Okay, y'all
her
got to ask me
connection
a
is
question.
so
Listen,
good.
because he's still trying to pull up my show notes. But I know. Okay, so some things to avoid. Let me just talk. I can share even now for what I'm going through here. I'm on a cruise. For those that don't know, this is the room here, and what I like is that this is an adult cruise. So I've been able to just really watch how people are eating and what's being offered and the pitfalls that I'm seeing. Like we have a juice bar, and I'm watching and I'm listening to people talk about, oh, I got to get in my juice today. I drank too much, and this is going back and forth. I know for me, trying to eat less meat as a way of losing weight is not what it is that we're supposed to do. We're not in a calorie deficit. And I had to learn that. I like when I'm on the ship because I do eat more because somebody else is cooking it. So it's like they're
Mhm.
taken care of, and all I do is show up. Uh, Girl, they had my butter. I've had the best eggs on here. They've been doing my 4 yolks with my 1 egg white cooked in butter. Uh, I have a lot of pluses about being on here, but I also have to read my body. And for you guys that don't know, prior to me coming on, I shared some with the ladies, and I'm going to share it with you guys. And then having Nurse Laura on here, honey, it's almost like I call my physician. Prior to coming onto the ship, of course, being at home, eating right. And then I was going outside, working in the yard, doing different things, and I could not put a piece of color on me to save my life. I'm outside, I'm looking at the sun, and yes, the sun told my eyeballs to tell my brain, block, and I couldn't get any sun. Now I got on this ship one day. Y'all see my shoulder right there? One day. But I did sit out there for a long time because I thought I was invincible. And I really believe as a carnivore that I am. But I'm pretty sure something has entered into my body. And Laura was like, it could possibly be a seed oil. Because did you guys know that one of the carnivore benefits is the sun blocker and how you can be outside in the sun? And I'm looking at people put on sunscreen and they had their glasses on, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, we were living our lives wrong. Like from sun up to sundown, we were really living our lives wrong. And then you have, of course, people a little interested in how I'm ordering, and no bread, no this, no that. No, they didn't even believe I was done eating because everybody's coming in and we're shooting out. No, because I didn't eat a salad. I didn't eat any of those things. Give me my meat and press on. Another pitfall is introducing things back too soon. Where for me, if you are waiting to just introduce it back, then you miss the lesson from the beginning. You know what? Really?
What?
Hello, ladies from the Caribbean.
Oh, they didn't show it up.
Yeah, just no. She just put it up. Oh,
I'm
y'all
just
ain't got
popping
time
them
for
up.
that.
I'm
I
popping up
know,
the
popping
hellos
it up, and
now.
I'm like, what? I know him. I know him. Yeah, no. So that becomes a pitfall for us as well. And here's another thing: having somebody to do this with you. I love the fact that I have you ladies. I have where, if I have a question, this community and like pulling together and doing. Hello, Carnivore Mommy. And it's like pulling together and doing, and we get to do that. And we get to say, hey, that's one of the pitfalls. Hang in there. If you don't have that in your life, that can help you not succeed. You have to surround yourself. You can't be on an island alone um, and want to succeed. Yeah. So there's a couple for me. Let's go on to the next one, and I'll pop chime in again. Go ahead. I probably didn't even answer my question.
Yeah, why
Thank
don't you talk a
you.
little bit about hydration? I know that you have a big, large yeah.
Yeah.
This is my travel one. I love it because of how I can hold it here. And on this ship, they don't do bottled water. Our water is in a glass container. And what I did,
Nice.
just like at home, I made electrolytes in one. I get my
Mhm.
ice and I mix it up, and this is what I've been walking around here with, because you can be drained by this sun. I feel for those that work out in the elements, you must stay hydrated. You must, and I have to also be mindful of my salt and electrolyte intake because I'm not used to this heat. And then next thing you know, you're gonna get some leg cramps, and you're gonna tighten up, and you're gonna wish that you had that salt under the sun, because under the sun,
Another
un,
tongue.
under the tongue.
Yeah.
Laura has me now. She just didn't say this, but I sleep with Celtic salt on the side of my bed. because before I go to bed, I'm popping it in. If I get up and go use the restroom, I put a little bit more. And I have not had leg issues since I've been doing that. Yeah. And to stay hydrated, guys, it's easy for me to skip. But Laura also said something else. Because I felt that if you had strong urine, that was a sign, and it can be a sign that you're not taking in enough. But then at the same time, you're eating a lot of protein. So you have to keep that in mind as well. What else I got to answer?
I just have a question about the salt. So I've been hearing people say that if you're feeling low energy, which you guys know, I be tired a lot, that you should eat more salt. You should have more salt, and that can
I
help with
used to
your
do it
Frederick,
under my tongue.
yeah, Frederick
Yep.
over here saying that iodine too. You
Yeah.
might want to increase your iodine.
I'm
Yep.
already at 4 drops.
Girl, I done
I
went
do
up to
5.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because
Yep.
I'm not, I kind of experience a little bit of that energy that everybody talks about, but for me, the energy level just did not shoot up like everybody
Mhm.
else did. And I'm like, yes, I'm raring to go. No, that didn't happen for
And you're
me.
like, no, I'm not. Yeah. And I do think salt sometimes is the issue with that too, because like when I had the little passing out episode at the bed, I was like, come on, Demi, you got to have, your electrolytes. So I started doing that. And I keep that little Redmond's one in my purse. I have one at work. I have one in my work bag. I have one in my car in case I'm driving down the road and I start feeling a little crummy. But when I would get kind of tired and I'm like, gosh, I just have one more person to go see. And, I don't drink coffee at all. And so I'd be like, I just open it up and underneath my tongue. And I was like, by the time I
Okay.
got to the person's house, I was like, here we go. Now, I'm
Hold
not
on.
saying it was like I can go run a marathon, but it definitely did help.
Okay, hold on. I want to address what it is that Carnivore Mommy has up. Okay, so that's a lot.
I don't have the 5% even. I have the 2%.
Right, I have the
And I do 5
2%. Right.
drops.
So hold on. That's one of the
Yeah.
things that the Carnivore Cure was talking about when we interviewed him. And that's when Frederick increased his iodine.
Mm,
That's why you didn't hear him. He in the back. Oh, Robin, just put the whole dropper in. Ain't nobody fooling with him. Ain't nobody fooling with
No,
him. Ain't nobody fooling. But that's his overthinking. But he's added that, and he's finding that I don't know, testosterone. What? Yeah.
thyroid.
What about your
It
mm.
thyroid?
bumps up the thyroid. The iodine helps affect the thyroid, which is what kind of where a lot of that comes from. Um, so it doesn't really, that I've seen, I don't think it does anything with testosterone, but I do know that it helps with the thyroid and all of its functions. So immunity, waking up, get up and go, stuff like that.
Okay, but here's the thing. Oh, wait a minute. Uh, he did go back. That's not the 2%. She's
That's just
talking
at
50
5%.
milligrams at the 5%. I know
Yeah.
that's what he was doing. And so that he's like, no, I do the 5%, I do 50 milligrams a day. But then Carnivore Mommy is saying that she's doing 50 milligrams a day. And that just
At 5.
terrified me.
Mhm.
So she's saying 8 drops
I do
of the
10.
5%.
Hmm.
Yeah.
10 drops? Okay. So interesting. Maybe I do need to bump it up. I know that there was kind of some chatter going on a couple of months ago about how much iodine should we be taking. And
Hmm.
the kind of consensus that I heard was that it should be more than what you're taking now, which I
Well,
was
wait,
taking 2
so
drops at that
yeah,
time.
now I know 2 drops. Yay for you. It was 0, but yeah. Now
Yeah,
that one
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah.
interesting. So
No, I need for you to know that's 5% she's talking about, and you
yeah, I
talking about
know.
4 drops of 2%, and she had 8 drops of 5%.
Yeah, very
But how
interesting.
does that make it her feel? I can't see the comments because when I
So I'm
do,
gonna just
y'all
pop
just
up
Oh,
her there's a couple of comments here I'm gonna
mhm.
pop up, but,
oh
she's
wow.
saying she's in a group for iodine users, and many take 100 milligrams. Every cell
Yes,
needs iodine, ovaries, testosterone, etcetera, needs
if you
iodine.
make it.
Bromide
Yep.
tox okay.
Wait, what you just say? What you just?
Oh, she was bromide toxic. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Mm,
So I would bump it up slowly though. I
mm.
know Fred probably just went to the whole thing, but
That's
he,
Frederick.
he's a he's he's a caveman. It's okay.
There you
Men
go.
can do
Y'all
that.
know I keep trying to
Yes.
tell y'all who I'm married to. It ain't no.
My husband's a caveman too. If he was going to start something, he'd be like, "Let's just do the whole thing." And I'm like, "Hey, slow down." But I would just bump it up. I'd probably do like 5 drops a day, do that for a week, kind of see how you
Yeah,
feel, and then just keep bumping it up. The
whenever
next
I
time I order, I am going to get the 5% because I
yeah,
do think that that's probably a better idea.
when I start feeling better, you guys, I'm gonna be dancing all around because I be tired,
Yeah. Yeah.
and my people are like, "Are you sure this is the right diet for you?" I'm like, "Yes.
I
Yes,
know.
it is.
But
What I'd
let
say,
me add
even
this
being
before we get
tired,
off of
you
the
feel
iodine.
better than you did.
Yes."
Oh,
Listen,
look at that bag.
wait. That's what I'm finna tell you. So when I was with, listen, when I was with Dr. Bright, she made the comment. She said it's a vapor, and it will stain what it's around. Well, at
Yes.
home, it sits in front of my tile, which has a vapor stain on it, right? No biggie. And I said, I can't come on the ship and leave a vapor stain because I can't turn around later and say, no, it'll go away. No. So I put it in a plastic bag. This is just like a few days, y'all, of us
Wow.
traveling. So I wrapped this up, and as you guys can see, I'm traveling. She ready, and I have my K2D3 pills
K2D3,
over there. Yep, yep. So
R2D2.
yeah, that's what I want to say. um, no, and the reason why I'm showing this to you guys because I am traveling, and where do you put your health in your travel? You have to have your little things of what it is that you do. You have to prepare. So I travel with my container for my water. I have my electrolytes. I have these different things. This is how I report to breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or whatever it is that I'm doing. And where my salt at? Because I travel with my whole container. So I have all of that. You have to put yourself first in your health, even in travels. It's not I'm going on vacation, leave all this at home, destroy your body while you're out, and then come back and say, I'm just going to start over when I get back. Robin got to
Yeah.
stop partying at night. That's what
Well,
it
well, didn't
is.
it be weird?
That's
She
the word.
said,
You can't
You're
tell me.
tired because you're not sleeping," and she's right. I don't sleep well. My sleep hygiene is not it leaves a little bit something to be desired. So there's definitely that factor, but, even before when I've never slept well since
Mm.
I don't know, for the last few years, maybe the last 10 years, I've not slept well. I used to sleep like a rock. Like, I would go to sleep, and I would just sleep through an earthquake, and I could sleep through anything, but now I just don't sleep well. So it's interesting. So
Okay, but
there have
wait,
a lot of
Robin, let me ask you. Okay, now I want to ask this because we've been conditioned the 8 hours, 9 hours, so on and
I
so
don't
forth.
need
That's
it.
what we've been conditioned. So, my question to you, forget what the watch is saying, forget all of that. Are you saying that you don't get good sleep? Is it because you don't sleep long enough? Forget what your watch is saying. Is it
Okay.
that you don't sleep long enough? Is it that when you wake up, you're still, exhausted, tight? What is your definition of? Because I know for me, I'll say, I didn't get enough sleep. I didn't sleep as many hours as I feel I needed to. So I'm sitting here at 3 a.m. looking
Mhm,
like this.
mhm.
Yeah.
So I wake up in the middle of the night multiple times a night. It's like I go in and out of sleep all night long. So I do not sleep at a good stretch of time. And I sleep somewhere between like 6.5, 5.5 to 8-ish hours. Which I do feel like I need less sleep than I did before. I used to feel like I needed a lot of sleep. So before Carnivore, but since I went on Carnivore, I feel like I need less sleep, but the sleep that I'm getting is interrupted. It's just not good, solid sleep. So I wake up tired, and I'm tired throughout the day. So,
Oh,
mhm.
by the end of the show, we're gonna fix you,
Well, praise the
Laura.
Lord. I will
Figure out what's wrong with
fix
her,
it.
Laura.
Fix
What
it,
I
we
was
y'all.
got?
Fix
I
it.
No,
was
because right now,
there's two things that I would definitely, for one,
I know.
it would have to be that sleep hygiene is so big, such a big deal of shutting down. I literally, if I go out on the couch an hour before bed, if he's watching TV, I may lay my head on his lap and a blanket goes over my head. I'm not watching it. I don't want the blue light. I don't want it off my phone. I do nothing. So an hour before bed, I don't
Mhm.
see any of those lights. And literally, when we walk in the bedroom to put the castor oil in my eyes, I'm like, leave the lights off. And he was like, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to, he thinks he's going to make a mess. So I go do it first and then I get in bed, covers over my head. So that'd be one thing. And the other is, have you tried doing like just a short little bit of a walk before bed? Some people that
Hmm.
gives them more energy, but most people that kind of helps get you into a nice
No,
cycle.
I
Yeah.
have not.
So yeah, and I mean, it doesn't even have to be a fast walk. Just go out, get in, go outside, just walk around a little bit, even just 15 minutes and see if that doesn't help. That's what I would try.
Okay. I'll give it
And
a
what
shot.
about?
Yeah,
Wait a
put that
minute. Did
phone
you?
down.
But wait a minute. Did you
Phone
once
down.
before say, like, no, that might have been Robin said. Did you increase a little fat? So what if you
Fat.
have? Just take some hot water, half a cup, add you some fat to it, a little salt, and let that be your good night. Maybe
Yep.
that
On to bed.
routine,
Okay.
yeah, will
Yep.
help as well. Look, I flipped over to some
Love
of
it.
the
I love it. I
for
love
those.
it.
Yes, guys, I am on a cruise. We are having a good time. I ought to flip this camera so y'all can see him in the blanket trying to keep his eye. You falling asleep. The sun is draining, but I am having a phenomenal time. But we're gonna do a whole show on it. Let's get back to this one. But thank you guys for asking and all of the birthday thing. Yep.
She was
Okay.
talking about that lavender. So
Mhm.
that lavender is another thing that you can put on like the bottom of your feet. And that's really good for sleep. I did that with my daughter. She had to have lavender bath time before bed. She had to have lavender there. I mean, yeah, the poor girl, she probably
Absolutely.
hates lavender now, but that was the only thing to get that girl to sleep when she was a baby.
I
Mm.
like that because Robin, remember we got that spray magnesium at Hack Your Health.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
so we
You
have
can do the
that.
magnesium.
It's a good
Yep.
idea. I'll put that on my feet. Okay, you guys, there's so many good ideas in here. Carnivore
Mm-hmm.
teachers here. Hey. Dark room, blue blocker glasses before bed, white noise sound machine, cold room, deep breathing before bed, hot shower before bed, magnesium glycinate before bed. All
I
right.
take
Okay.
magnesium
Ironically,
before
she
bed.
says that because what do we drop the AC down to? My house is so cold at night. Listen to this. My house is so cold at night. My air doesn't even kick on during the daytime.
We got good insulation.
Wow.
No, really, because it's like we are in there freezing, and then
Right.
come 7 a.m. it cuts
Oh,
off,
no.
and that house stays cold throughout the day till
Yep.
the cooks back on that evening. And so that one, and I will. Hey guys, if you are Alexa's not in here, okay? If you guys have a Alexa, I've set mine up that I tell Alexa good night, and then she starts playing rain sounds.
Oh, I'd have
Yeah.
to pee.
Okay, Frederick. Oh my God, that's him. Why you turn the water? You trying to make me have to pee?
Yep,
So
it would too.
I will listen to the rain. It can be some other sounds and stuff for you. And the room is nice and cool.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
yeah,
I
I'm
do
loving
listen to
these.
some like rain sounds. Sometimes I'll listen to the people that like read the scriptures at night,
Mhm.
and I will fall asleep. Don't get me wrong. When I go to bed, I fall asleep really fast. And the
Hmm.
Yeah.
problem is I keep waking up
Your
throughout
brain
the night.
wakes up. Yeah.
Yep. I keep waking up. So I am
I
doing,
go
let me
through
just say this, I am doing the morning walking challenge with I guess I'm doing it with the Return to Natural group. I just didn't realize it. So
that.
Ed at Carnivorous Dude is doing a
Yeah.
morning, he's doing shorts every morning. And so I saw him doing that, and he was in chats on one of my live streams last week and told me that he was doing that. So I started getting up in the morning, July 1st, getting up in the morning, walking in the morning in the sunrise. So I'm hoping that that will help with the circadian rhythm. So we'll see if that helps at all. And then,
I'm getting excited listening to all of this, guys, because that's one of the things, Frederick, I told him. I made a whole announcement to the family. I'm leaving 59, y'all. The next time you see me, I'll be 60. I made the whole announcement. So going back, that is one of the things that Frederick and I were talking about. Going back, walking straight into a new routine. Because when you think about it, getting up in the morning, getting your sunlight, grounding yourself, making sure you have the proper hydration, your food uh, planned out for the day, and then heaven forbid you have to leave and actually go to work somewhere, and then you have that, and then coming back, the wind down. It seems like it's a full-time job taking care of just yourself, right? Let me see. I
Me
like
too,
to.
Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
gentle
Oh,
rebounding before bed. That might be a great idea. I don't have a rebounder yet,
okay. What is
but
gentle rebounding?
Just means that you're not going like full. Because if you do, have you ever seen those rebounding videos where literally these people are jumping like it's like sprinting that they're jumping, doing different
Mhm.
types of kicks on there? So gentle would just be like your warm up, like where you just kind of bounce on there. You don't really lift your feet completely, probably off of the rebounder itself. Just gentle bouncing, which is also good for your bladder and your pelvic muscles. Good to help if you have like urinary incontinence. Just gonna throw that out there.
Okay. Well,
You
how long you gentling? 5, 10 minutes or
yeah, yeah.
okay. Well,
Okay.
you got to break stuff down because if I have a question, somebody listening might have a question.
She gonna be doing it
Thank
for an hour
you.
and a half.
I know.
All right.
Then
She's
you're
gonna
gonna
be
really be
get
tired.
in bed.
So I'm going to come back to these questions and comments, and thank you guys so much. The community factor is just absolutely incredible. You guys absolutely right. Y'all are making me
Mhm.
feel emotional because it's like you're here to help me, and I appreciate you so much. So, my topic for tonight has to do with I have three. So, one is relying on processed meats. The second one is not eating organ meats. And then the third one is overeating on protein. So,
Mm.
I want to caveat what I'm saying about processed meats with the fact that you eat what you can afford. If you can
Yes.
afford bologna and hot dogs and potted meat and Spam,
Yep.
you eat that. It's
Ugh.
better than whatever else you've been eating on the standard American diet.
Ugh.
So
Yeah.
eat not potted meat for Laura.
No, never.
I
I'll
love
eat hot
potted meat,
dogs, but
but
no potted. I just can't do it.
eat what you can afford.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just eat meat. Period. So,
Yes.
but processed meats, you know, can contain additives. They definitely have conservatives. They have conservatives. Drop the mic. They have preservatives, right? And then they can have
Um,
some fillers that can be detrimental. So you're going to be really careful about the processed meat that you're eating and make sure that it doesn't have any fillers that contain like bread. So sometimes you'll get like burger patties. I know that they used to do this at my job. The burger patties would have bread in them. And I'm like tasting this burger and going, this is not burger. It's
Mm.
definitely not burger. So, you
Same
gotta
with
be
scrambled
careful.
eggs. Sometimes they'll
Yes,
put pancake mix in with
that's right.
scrambled eggs. That's why they say just always get an actual like fried egg or something where you see the whole egg.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, if you go to IHOP in
Mm-hmm.
particular, IHOP is notorious for this, of putting
But they
pancake
have that
batter
on
in
the
their egg.
menu too. They tell you down at the bottom. But let me ask you this real quick because, Laura, I throw this in since we mentioned the egg, and I'm seeing a lot of it when you eat out. What about the powder egg mix? How you?
I wouldn't eat it. I don't
It
prefer
got
it.
a bunch of preservatives. Most of them have maltodextrin, sorbic. I mean, just yeah, I just would not. I would not do it. That's why I'm always like, if it don't look like a real egg, forget it. I'm not
Yep,
eating it. I
yep.
want to see the
Same thing
yolk
with
and the white.
McDonald's. Like, their scrambled egg is what I like to call bag o' eggs.
Yep, it is
Mm-hmm.
too.
But their round egg is an actual egg. So they
Mm-hmm.
call it the
Yep.
round egg, and it's the one that looks like an egg.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, so I would say if you're gonna get eggs at McDonald's or someplace like that, just get the ones that are the round egg and not the scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
So, so it says here in my research, it says that processed meats have excess sodium. Well, I'm not too concerned about my sodium. I want more salt, not less. Less. That's why I use things like Element electrolytes, because I want my sodium to be higher. And I think we realize that that sodium is not bad for the body. So we probably need the America and the world are undersalted rather than oversalted.
Yeah.
Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I think more probably what like your research meant was because it's the bad salt that's in a lot of that. It's the table salt.
yep, yep, yep.
Now, a lot of people do make their own. That Maria Emmerich, she
Maria,
makes her own. Yeah, she makes her own. Like, I saw her do like a meat, where she packs it down into this thing, and I was like, well, I could make my own, but mine would have to be beef. But I think it was chicken or something she did, and she sliced it then. She put it on a meat slicer. It was pretty cool the way she did that. But then you can control your own ingredients. And of course, she did like the Redmond's real salt.
Are you
oh,
talking about when she made the lunch meat?
yes,
Because
Yes.
I've seen a couple of people, yeah, and I'm like you. I was like, okay, first, I don't eat lunch meat to that degree, to do, but I thought that
she had teenage boys.
right,
She does have teenage
yeah.
boys.
And if you don't like, if the summer I was having the grands, oh yeah, we making some lunch meat up in here. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
part I saw. Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
So, the best thing to do is to eat whole food. So, right? So you want something that looks like a piece of meat, that is a
Mhm.
piece of meat. So that's the best thing. But again, you know, I would say if you can't afford nothing but hot dogs and bologna, eat that until you can
Yep.
do
It's
better.
still better.
Yep.
And then, you can avoid, you can prioritize. So it says here, prioritize whole unprocessed meats like steaks, roasts, ground beef. Ground beef can be very, very cheap. Get the cheapest one you can find. The more fatty, the better. So we used to think that the more fat was bad for you, but now we know that the fat is good for you. So that 70 30 or high fat content ground beef, get that one. It's cheaper. All right. So the second thing is not eating organ meats. Now I know not everybody loves organ meats. Some people don't like liver and stuff like that. But there are ways that you can incorporate this. As a matter of fact, somebody put something up here about taking the organ meat blend and saying how. And I'm like, I'm sitting here with Dr. Kiltz's supplement, and I'm not using this. And so maybe I need to be adding this in when I take my vitamin D3K2 and see if that helps me. So if you don't enjoy organ meats, there are ways that you can incorporate that in. Like if you want to put a little bit of liver with a lot of ground beef, it's going to give you a lot
Hmm.
of benefit, and you won't
Yes.
taste it at all. It would just taste like ground beef. But I love liver. I do eat that sometimes. I was just thinking I haven't had it lately, and I need to probably have some during this month, a couple of times during the month, since I'm doing this July challenge. So organ meats are incredibly nutrient dense. So when we talk about meat having all the vitamins, minerals that you need, um, those um, those organ meats are incredibly nutrient dense. So if you think about the volume of a cow, right, and how much of that is organs, it's a small amount, right? It's just a small amount. So when you think in terms of how much you should be consuming, the amount of your organ meats is going to be a lot smaller than the amount of your steaks and ground beef and brisket and whatever else you're having. So
And probably not every day either, just
not every day.
because yeah,
No,
even
no.
if you're taking a supplement, I wouldn't do it every single day with the liver or kidney supplements, any of those, or like the beef thyroid supplement. I wouldn't do that every single day either because you can get the vitamin A toxicity very quickly, very easily.
Okay.
And back, yeah, our ancestors, when they hunted, of course, that's the first things they would eat, but they didn't have that every single day. So I just think it can be a little
Right.
more, but I would just yeah, it's
That's what
good
I
though.
think too, like if I think back in the day when our our ancestors were killing an animal and eating
Mhm.
it, how little a bit of each person would have had of the organs, even if they got any. You know what I mean? They
I
might
was
not have
just
gotten
getting ready
any.
to say there's a
One bite.
So,
hierarchy going on, and
mhm.
yep, they had to
Yeah.
wait their turn. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, it's definitely really, really good for you. So in order to incorporate it, you want to start with small amounts, blend it in with other meats and stuff like that, and make pate. So I wanted to put this up here. It says, I have an energy level problem. I tried iodine and salt. It wasn't that. I take grass-fed liver tablet twice a week. It was a
Yep.
miracle. And she went on to say that the grass-fed liver tablet, when she took it every day, it didn't make her feel good. So she's down to twice a week, and
Yep.
it really works well. And then Papa Carnivore is saying liverwurst or Braunschweiger is a great way to get liver in your diet. I love it. I love it. It tastes so good to me. I really, really
I think
enjoy it.
my only issue is where the sugar is in the list on the label.
So hard.
But
It's
wait a
hard to
minute.
find one that doesn't
I
have sugar.
know, but please note that I do eat liverwurst, especially with braces. And so that's my meal after I get an adjustment because I can just sit there and suck on it and still get something down. Even an egg hurts when
Yep.
these things. Yeah. So
Mm.
let me see, chopped liver. Hmm.
Never seen chopped liver at the deli. I'm gonna have to look for that.
Yeah, me
Hmm.
neither.
That
Hmm.
sounds good. That sounds good. I
Well, we're
love
in the South. We have a thing called liver pudding. I never heard of that until the area that I live in now. And it looks like a turd. I'm just being truthful. It's about yay long, curled up like this in a pack.
Oh,
I'm not lying. The next time, Robin, I will take a picture and Marco Polo you and show you. And
okay.
so I can't get my grands to eat it because they're looking at me like, okay, we know you eat only meat, but right now it look like you eating only poop.
Oh,
It's like, Nene, you even eating the poop from the
oh, that
cow.
sounds good. I mean, I love liver, so it probably is good. So chopped liver is found at Jewish Jellies. Okay.
Oh, okay, thank you,
Gotcha, gotcha. We'll have to
Papa
I
Carnivore.
don't think we have any around here in Michigan. I've not seen any. My third topic is overeating on protein. So, Laura, I'm going to ask you to help me with this one a little bit, but I'm just going to say that I did have an interview with Coach Bronson, and
Mm-hmm.
Coach Bronson recommended a 1-to-1 energy to protein ratio. So,
Hmm.
energy being fat and carbohydrates, and then the protein being protein, right?
Yeah,
1-to-1, with 1 gram per pound of lean body mass of your body. So each person's would be customized to
right,
their own body.
right.
And so, we know that protein is vital. as I said, I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, there's so much differing information out there. Like, do you want to be high protein? Do you want to be high fat? And so in my research, it said that overeating protein can be counterproductive. And we want to make sure that we balance our protein with high fat. So the
Yep.
adequate fat is the key. The fat part is very, very important. It did talk a little bit about gluconeogenesis, where your body converts the protein into glucose.
Yep.
So if you have too high of protein, it could convert it into glucose. I don't know the mechanisms for that because I'm not a medical student or I'm not a nutritionist yet. but it could impact your blood sugar levels. So if you're like diabetic or something and you're seeing that when you eat high protein meals, your body is converting that to glucose, then you need to maybe tweak something, eat more fat.
Yep.
So, so we want to make sure that we do that. And then it does, and I want to ask you, Laura, because I want to make sure that I'm giving the right information. It says it can also put stress on the kidneys over time. And I don't know if that is actually accurate anymore, according to what
Yeah.
we're learning.
Yeah. I would say that is probably been proven to be as untrue as cholesterol is dangerous to our bodies. So, like I said, I had a lady that was stage 5 chronic kidney disease and is now a 2. I think she's going to be a 1 at this next checkup that she goes to. And she does less fat. She doesn't do a lot less fat, but she does more high protein, 2 meals a day. And then about probably like if you were going to do a pound of like meat, then she does like maybe a fourth of a pound of like ribeye fat and cooks it up. Where I kind of do 1 to 1. So like if it's a pound, I try to do about a pound of it, and I actually start with the ribeye fat bites first, um, with the salt on it. I start eating that first. I'm kind of mindful to chew at least 100 times because I find like I can eat massive quantities. I could probably eat
Me
like
too.
you can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to slow down because in our careers it's been like hurry up, you got this many minutes to hurry up and scarf down a meal, and you just get so used to doing that. So I've had to be more mindful. I actually don't ever really take a lunch break. If I have food at work, I'm actually doing my work on the computer, take a bite, chew, 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 go ahead, do all my stuff, and go through and do it that way. But I do not believe for 1 minute. I don't think there's any evidence out there to say that. They had said that in the beginning, many years ago, but that was, of course, right about the time they were starting to come out with dialysis. So anytime
Okay.
there's money to be made,
Yep,
yeah, I'm
yep.
always like, who paid for that? Where's that money going? You will have proteinuria. You will have more protein in your urine. That's normal because if that's the majority of the food you're taking in, then obviously you're going to excrete it that
Yeah.
way. So that's not uncommon to do, but I have yet to see that, and I don't see any clear studies that weren't bought and paid for by DaVita and places like that. So.
So Proud to Be Weird is saying that gluconeogenesis is demand driven, not quantity driven. So, like I'm saying in my research, it's saying that excessive protein can lead to issues like gluconeogenesis. So, what's your take on that, Laura?
I agree. So gluconeogenesis is going to happen when you put demand on the body. So that's why I tell people to fast when you do any of your blood work. I don't care if the doctor's office says you don't have to fast. You fast for 10 to 12 hours because if you don't, that's going to skew it. I tell people no sex, no running, no exercise the morning before you go get your blood work done and no long fasting. So if you fast too long and you put that stress on the body, gluconeogenesis is going to kick in. If you do excessive exercise, if you have sexual intercourse and it's, active, then you're going to kick in and you're going to have gluconeogenesis kick in because the red blood cells do have to have some glucose. So when you get the blood a pumping, yes,
Okay.
you are going to kick into that. So I don't know that I have seen anything concrete that says because you have more protein that you're breaking down that it causes that. I think it's more of like you pump the muscles, you're going to have, you need that requirement.
So I do see some folks in the chat saying that they're doing like
Yes.
a 1-to-2 ratio of fat and of fat energy to protein. But
Mhm.
Coach Bronson gave me the 1-to-1. As soon as I went on that diet, I started gaining weight.
Yep.
So I could not, I didn't stay on it probably long enough for it to level out or do whatever it was going to do, because I was like, okay, this is, either I'm eating too much or something. I maybe needed more fat. I'm not sure. So I'm just doing what I'm doing for this month. We're going to see how it works out.
We're gonna see. I
That's
know for
exactly
me,
right.
I think that when you want to lose fat, you have to eat fat. And that's, and I try and tell people this is going to just sound ass backwards. It goes against everything.
It
But
does.
if you eat the fat, you'll lose the fat. When you try to um, control your
Restrict.
amount, when you try and do all of that, no, you won't really have the results. You won't. But if
Yeah.
you increase your fat, and just, yeah, there's no such thing, honestly, as too much, because if you take it in, you just going now you will poop it out. If you took in
Yes.
too much, that's just how wonderfully made. And
Mhm.
then for me, I don't like, ooh, let me slow up. No, wait a minute, I pooped you out. I need to give you some more. Because you evidently didn't do all you needed to do. You pooped it out. So then push it back in. Yeah, so think of it like that. You
Mhm.
you're looking, and so eat fat. Hi, Julia.
Hi, Julia. We folded some
Crispy.
very crispy hot beef fat into scrambled eggs. Oh my
I
gosh.
do that.
That sounds
Every
amazing.
once in a while, I'll do some egg yolks. About twice a month, I kind of get a craving for the egg yolks, and I will do that. And I always put the crispy ribeye fat. Oh,
That sounds so
so
good.
good.
Well, listen, that's what
So
I was saying. Start scrambling your eggs in tallow. People don't
Oh yeah,
understand.
I always
Yeah,
do.
yeah. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Yes, it tastes good.
tastes good.
Yep.
So Proud to Be Weird is saying that doesn't work. I think she's talking about the high fat. Let me just I think
Mm-hmm.
let's clarify,
Yep.
but I think she's saying that doesn't work for everyone. So I'm
Mm.
not sure. I think this is the confusion in the community, right? So we have to do the N=1 experiment on our very
Yes.
own bodies, see what works for
Works
you.
for you. Let's all say it
See what
together.
works for you.
See
See
what
what
works
works
What
for
for
works for
you.
you.
you?
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those people in the back, in the comments, see what works for you. Do not plaster someone up on a thing, oh yeah, what they said didn't work.
Yeah.
No, see what works for you. And I love our new sayings. I know for me, it is heal the body, don't feed the body. And what is
Yeah.
it that you normally say, you two ladies?
Mine
Um,
is, healing bodies, changing minds, healing bodies.
and
That's
what,
that's my
Laura, you used to have a little tagline down
Eat,
there that you,
eat.
eat, eat,
Yeah,
eat,
I said
eat.
that's
that's it.
right. Meet, heat, eat, and repeat. Yeah,
That's
and I
it.
do think it's different for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
but when it comes to females and hormones, I do think we generally require more fat than the men do.
Mm-hmm.
Now that can be different for every person, and everybody needs to try to find out their happy spot. If you're doing more than your body needs, you have diarrhea. If you aren't having diarrhea with the amount you're eating the right amount, and that's fine. And sometimes you're not going to necessarily lose weight right away because you have to heal. I gained 10
Healed
pounds
up.
when I went carnivore. And believe
Yep.
me, I was like, "Ee," you know, And then it just shifted, and I actually went higher fat.
Okay.
So,
Heal
Yep.
the body
and I would
first.
do it for a week long too. I would never try to do like 16 things for 2 days and then no, do something for a long enough period of time to see how that's going to help you, whether higher fat, lower protein, higher protein. Do it for at least a week to 2 weeks to see, did that help? Did I get more energy? Did I have less energy? Those types of things. I would not do that fast turnover.
Right. So, Dr. Nelson is here. Hey, Dr. Nelson, we're so happy you're here. While I think this is calories in, calories out model has too many nuances. At the end of the day, one can consume too much energy. We're all different. And
Mhm.
then
Yep.
he says, I agree. See what works for you.
That
Yes.
is so important. That is so important. I think that if you can almost put all of these together. Heal the mind, change, girl, what did it say? What did
Changing minds, healing bodies.
healing bodies? There you go. And then follow what it is that Laura is saying: eat, heat, repeat, do it again. But if you just turn around and just say, I need to heal my body first, let that be your
Yeah.
mantra. Not I need to lose weight first. Heal the body first. So many of us don't even know what our bodies is supposed to feel like. You really, really don't. You haven't had pain free in a long time. You haven't been able to do this without sounding like popcorn. That's
Mm-hmm.
number one. And it's getting about right here. It's like, I can feel the swelling where your rings are getting stuck. You keep feeling that where you turn around and you're doing this and you just got that. That's what you're used to. And
Yeah.
I'm saying to you, eat this way and mostly all of that is going to be gone.
Right.
And it's like, oh my God, I didn't think I was going to feel like this. Too many people are saying that.
Yeah. Yep.
They're not wrong. Too many people that you didn't even think would be on YouTube are now having channels because this is really remarkable. It is like, you have to tell someone.
Yeah.
It's a true thing. It's a true thing. All right.
Absolutely.
Great show, ladies.
Yes, great show. So you guys, just want to remind you about our nationwide car wash for healing humanity. It's going to be August 10th, 2024. We will all make sure that we get this link in the show notes of this video today. And then also go and watch the live stream that we did with Carrie Mann and Jen Mann yesterday, where we did a huge announcement and we talked all about it. It's going to be a really, really great thing. So we hope that you will partner with us and come on board and be one of our hosts in 50 states that are going to be hosting a car wash on August 10th.
Yes. So you guys listen, just to kind of recap what it is that she said, because we got some phenomenal people on here and everyone wants to help Carrie and the documentary, but everybody can't afford to give. So we've come up with a way to help in the community. We want to do a nationwide car wash, and all the proceeds will go towards healing humanity. It's for August the 10th. What you would do to be a lead and have your name in the documentary is to go to the link, fill it out. Is okay, your name, your address, what state are you in, so we know this state now has a representative, because we want to do all 50 states and a few other countries, because we keep saying, oh Carrie, you're doing such a great job. Oh Carrie, can't wait for the project. You want to see the documentary, you want to see the trailer. Well, how about we all chip in and do our part, because
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I am there's still some daylight outside and I got a couple more days on this cruise. I love and appreciate all of you. Be looking out for this. I've taken some different cruises, and eating on this one. I'm on Virgin Cruise Line. There's no children on here, so y'all might want to know what really went on. I know you got questions. I got you.
And you know she do.
There you go. What you got going on? Laura, Robin, what y'all got going on this week?
Go ahead, Laura.
I am making tons and tons of product. I feel kind of bad because I wanted to do a video, just like a chat, video on Friday, and I had like five, let's see, one, two, three, four, five different types of shampoos and body soaps that I started. So they're curing. Yeah, so I'm really, really busy doing that right now. So I haven't been doing as well at doing the videos. I'm going to try to do a little better. I don't know if it'll be this week though, because I have a ton of stuff that I'm doing, but we will see. I might
Girl,
just
get that
pop in
product
and
out.
surprise.
Listen,
I
we need that
know
product.
the tooth powder. I'm making it like by gallon sizes now and just putting it into the little things because I'm like, holy moly.
Listen, it is so. I have my but I have my peppermint one with peppermint. Yeah, peppermint one. I left the cinnamon at home. That's y'all favorite, but it really is. And now I love it. I look forward to massaging my gums and everything with that powder. And I have my travel water pick. That's another thing. How are you traveling? I think I need to do a show on like travel and
Yes,
how it is that I
Yes,
pack as a carnivore. I
you
am not
do.
kidding. Y'all,
that would be a very good one.
we
Mm-hmm.
look, this is his. This is his
Your
water
water
pick.
pick. Yep.
Yeah, he's charging it up now. We got the
Nice.
travel ones where you get to it can be in my purse. And if I'm at a restaurant, can I get some warm water? I take that, pour it on in there, go in the bathroom and get that stuff out. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Care.
for me, this week, as you guys know, for the month of July, I am doing a challenge. And so I'm doing a daily video. It's like a vlog that I'm doing around this monthly challenge, this month-long challenge. And so I'm just talking about what's going on with me, what am I eating, and it's unedited. So
Uh-oh.
if you come watch
Good.
those videos, you're gonna get to see all my bloopers in real time because I'm not cutting any of those out. I don't have time to edit if I want to put it up every single day. So before I go to bed at night, I put that video together and I update the thumbnail and put it out. And so that's what's happening on the channel all month long. This Saturday, I was scheduled to interview Alyssa, proper human diet coach for Dr. Ken Berry, but we're going to push hers out because I'm going to a family event on Saturday. So we'll see if I might do a live stream, just chit-chatting with you guys. But other than that, that is what's going on the channel. It's going to be mainly just me every single day, all day long.
Good.
All right, G, what about you?
I am on here gathering more and more. My phone is loaded with footage. Okay. I got him doing footage, just everything, because this cruise has been different. One of the things that hanging with the Brown, we want you guys to hang with us. And this time I did a Carnival cruise. I'm on the Virgin cruise. And then, of course, next month we got my anniversary cruise and the Carnivore cruise. We got a lot of that. And that's what's making me like want to pack and just go through. And let me just say, forgive me to any members that I have not been in the membership this week, but y'all gonna get sick and tired of y'all gonna be sick of me when I get back. Okay. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, not just sick of me, sick of me when I get
Thank
back.
you. All
All
right,
right.
Laura, this is for
Turn around
you.
and
So make sure you capture that. This is Julia Greenblatt. She wants you to get a hold of her so you can get your stuff in the store. Come on now.
Oh, Julia Greenblatt.
Yes. Yep.
All
She said
right.
G's got her information. So
Okay.
yes, indeed. All right, you guys, are all minds clear? I'm channeling my energy here.
Yes, all
Mine's
hearts and
clear.
minds clear. We love and appreciate all of you
Yes.
guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. But listen, the Nationwide Car Wash, love me through action. Love is an action word. Don't tell me that you love me and have me out here washing all the cars in all 50 states. I'm just saying.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.